We're going to write the equation for the line that goes through the point 12,5 and has a slope m of 1/4. So our first step is we're going to write slope-intercept form of a line, which is y equals mx plus b, where the m is the value of the slope and the b is the y-intercept. So second step, identify the slope and label as m. So the slope, m, was given in the problem. It's 1/4, so we're going to label m as 1/4. Now, if the slope was not given as a fraction, it would be helpful to change it to a fraction. So say, for example, the slope m was 5. To change 5 to a fraction, you'd put it over 1, so it'd be 5/1. Okay, so our next step, you're going to find the y-intercept and label as b. How are we going to do this? By counting on a table. So we're going to set up a table of values. So we need a column for the x values and a column for the y values. From here, what we're going to do is take our point 12,5 and write it in the table. The x coordinate is the 12, so it's lined up with the x. And the y coordinate is a 5, so the 5's lined up with the y in the table. From here, we're going to go back over to the slope for a minute. Slope represents the ratio of the change in y to the change in x. So the change in y is 1 and the change in x is 4. So what this means is the x values, since they're changing by 4, you're going to count by 4's in the table of values. And then for the y values, you're going to count by 1's. Because we're trying to find the y-intercept, which has an x coordinate of 0. So if I'm trying to go from 12 to 0, counting by 4's, I would go backwards. So 12, 8, 4, 0. There's my 0. Again, I counted by 4's backwards. So now I have to figure out, well, what y values goes with an x of 0. So I'm going to count by 1's because my change in y was 1. So from 5, count backwards by 1's. 4, 3, 2. So my y-intercept is the point 0, 2. So b is equal to 2. From here, since I know b equals 2 and m equals 1/4, I'm going to substitute the numerical values in for m and b. And doing so, I would get the following. Y equals 1/4 x plus 2. Again, I just substituted the 1/4 in for the m and the plus 2 in for the b.